Hello, lovely learneds. Welcome back to A Life Learned. For those who are new to the channel, no, the title is not clickbaity, and no, I'm not just looking for attention. It felt to me, based on my experience, that it was really important to share this once I finally had the epiphany. A lot of things leave your mind after going through extreme trauma and trying to heal, so this isn't something I'd actually thought of until like a few days ago. And considering all of the political upheaval and horrible messaging, specifically coming from this person in particular, just felt it mattered to share this. That the man who stole my adolescence, the man who was 33 years older than me when I was 14, justified sexually exploiting me, raping me every single day, beating me on a basically weekly basis. I missed over half of my high school time in class because of it. He justified that behavior with Trump's actions. He literally said to me more than once, look, society is starting to accept this. Trump did it, so it's gotta be more okay now. Once you're 18, we can just get married, maybe we'll move somewhere else where no one knows us and we can just start our own life. Meanwhile, he's actively pretending to everyone in London, Ontario that he's my father, out in the open, raping me behind closed doors. He brutalized me on a regular basis. Absolutely destroyed my psyche. I am 10 years of doing therapy and I'm still fucking working on it. I am still suicidal on a regular basis. I am constantly battling the warps and the absolute fucking degradation that he implanted into just the way I think. Because the way that men like that work, one of the ways that they maintain control, is by manipulating women into believing that we can't do it without them, that we are worthless without them, that we are incompetent and incapable. I have accomplished so much more with my life since pushing him out. Just need to clarify that. But for those who genuinely believe that it's not that big a deal, the shitty things he said about women, it's not that big a deal that he's dated women half his age, it's not that big a deal this, it's not that big a deal that, in terms of the way that he behaves just towards his own wife, let alone women in general, I'm sorry, you're wrong. And I have lived experience that can prove that. I have lived with a man when I was a child trying to grow into adulthood who justified raping me every single day as a child. He was sexually exploiting me with a very unhealthy power dynamic where I had no escape as far as I felt. And he justified it by saying, look, Trump is doing it. That must mean it's okay. So, yeah, his actions do matter. His words do matter. I fucking wish they didn't. But long before he was president, he was still fucking famous and rich, and people look up to idiots in those positions. As unfortunately true as we all know that to be. So I just wanted to share this little brief message to say, for those who have yourself convinced that his actions are innocent, I'm sorry if it causes you cognitive dissonance. It's not innocent. Yes, maybe some of his policies in his past time period as president were helpful or did good things. I'm not going to pretend that what was good wasn't good and what was bad wasn't bad for that matter. And there's so much more bad about the rhetoric that he fucking puts out into society. And then we could also get into his comments about people with disabilities, something I am also, a person with disabilities. Just, he has degraded any level of respect that many people had for us with his haphazard making fun of a reporter, if anyone remembers that, who had disabilities. The dismissiveness of our experience, of our humanity, it's just so incredibly unacceptable. Just as an average human, let alone someone that people are looking up to decide what is acceptable in life, to decide whether their actions are appropriate or not. If it's happened to me, it's happened to other women. Men are justifying rape because of what Trump does to women. Men are justifying sexually exploiting children because Trump has dated women half his age. That's not okay. And nothing you can say can actually change that. I get it if you don't want to believe this, if you've got a lot of ideologies about him or his party that you really think can still be true. The funny thing about therapy, both things can be true. Like you can be mad at someone and love someone. Someone can be evil and also do good. I actually watched the abuser that I faced do that all the fucking time. It's totally mind warping. But I'm sorry, the good doesn't outweigh the bad doesn't outweigh the good, like both are true. Everything's true, which means his actions need to be held accountable. Like, he needs to be held accountable for what he says, for what he does, and the impact it has on the general public and on people's beliefs, mindsets, and actions. People justify rape because of what Trump has said and done about women. That's it. That's the facts. And we all need to better understand that. And we need to be conscious of our decisions and our actions and recognize that it doesn't matter what the famous fucks and the rich idiots are doing. It matters how we are impacting each other and who we are harming, including ourselves. Just, I guess, a little food for thought with all of the crap going on down in the South. Yeah. If you can relate, if you have any similar stories, if you've got some pains related to the shit that Trump has said about women, I feel for you. Please do feel free to share in the comments. And as always, join me again next week or sometime soon where I try again to share a little something I've learned or experienced in life.